Good evening, everybody, and welcome from Rodgers Recreation Center here on Tuesday evening. The Seahawks will play home to the Hawks of Rodgers University, the first of our doubleheader. The first game will feature the women's teams, and the men's teams will follow shortly after that. I'm Sal Gualtieri, bringing you the call today alongside my friend Brett Wilkes. And Brett, how are we doing tonight?
Doing good tonight, Sal. Both Seahawks teams are coming off victories on Saturday when they swept the doubleheader, and hopefully we see more of the same here today.
The Seahawks haven't beaten Rodgers since 2016. Both programs 0-4 in their last 4 against Rodgers, so it'll be a tough conference test for the Seahawks, as the tip will go to the Seahawks, and it's controlled by Lauren Becker. Goes to Carrie Beelan. And Carrie Beelan controls it. She finds Mary Rourke. Rourke to Becker at the top of the key. To Carrie Beelan for 3. It's no good. And the rebound will go out of bounds. Last touch by the Hawks.
And look for Beeland and Scorpio to continue their aggressive play that they had on Saturday when they led the team in scoring. I believe Scorpio had 22 points and Beeland had 16 on Saturday.
A 71-60 win over the Bears of Bridgewater State, as the Seahawks look for their first basket. Look at rebound by Becker, and it's stolen by Carly Opaka. Goes to Sam Leone. Leone has it. As he gives it to Gabby Jurihan at the top of the key. Jurihan has it. Goes to Opaka. And that pass will go out of bounds. Last touch by Tori Scorpio.
And Scorpio almost got the steal there, just a little late on trying to cut that pass off.
It'll be Mansalini at the top of the key. She finds Jurihan. There's his first shot up. It's good. Sam Mancinelli. And the Hawks strike first. Here's Tori Scorpio now bringing the ball up the court. She gives it to Rourke. Rourke has it. She finds Burke. Finds Beelan. Seahawks swinging around. Scorpio in the corner trying to drive. And she finds Rourke. Here's Becker, her jump shot. It's no good, and it's rebounded by the Hawks. Sam Leone looking to push it up the floor. Jerry Hahn thought about a 3, lays off it. And the Hawks will reset. The Hawks coming in 2-5. 4-game losing streak, and they're 0-2 in CCC play so far this season, as Alpaca almost had it stripped by Becker. Shot clock down to 6. Here's Jerry Hahn driving. And that ball will go out of bounds. The first turnover of the night goes to the Hawks. And the Seahawks will take over possession with 8:10 remaining in the first quarter.
And the first 2 defensive stances made by the Seahawks were good ones, making the Hawks work until the last few seconds of the shot clock. And it's always difficult to get into an offensive flow when you can't get shots going quickly.
And Becker throws it away onto the Hawk bench, and another turnover for the Seahawks, their first of the night. And Gabby Jurihan will bring the ball up the court. She's a junior from Quincy, Massachusetts.
For the Seahawks, look for them to continue building on the great shooting that they had on Saturday as a whole. I believe they shot a little over 50% on the day.
As Tori Scorpio looks to drive, she steps back. Finds Rourke. Rourke looking for her options. She gives it to Scorpio. Here's Scorpio now. She finds Carrie Beelan at the top of the key. Beelan directing traffic. Takes the screen from Becker, lays it in, and scores.
That was a good job by Beelan, recognizing that she had the lane and taking it right to the hoop for an easy 2 points.
Sam Leone right back the other way. She misses, gets her own rebound, and puts it back up and in. And Rodgers responding quickly, and they retake the lead 4-2. Here's Scorpio being met by Jerry Hahn. Scorpio moving around the key. Finds Tara Burke down low. Her shot is no good. And it's rebounded by Alpaca. And she gets to Jerry Hahn.
And that was a good look there by Burke. Went in and out, rattled around the rim a little bit. And as we get a foul here.
Alyssa Grant fouled by Tara Burke.
Burke also did a good job before the shot of making sure that ball didn't get stripped away, as Another Hawk defender came to try and strip her of the ball as she received the pass.
Hannah Driscoll checks in and she gets her first action. San Leon gives it to Jerry Hahn. Alyssa Grant has it stolen from her. Lauren Burke picks it up and Burke will drive and she'll stop it quick. Gives it to Carrie Beelan. Down low to Burke and she misses. She's short on the shot and Burke picks up her quick second foul. And Brett, we saw this on Saturday. She was in quick foul trouble early.
And it looks to be the case here with 6:15 left. She already has 2 fouls and Liv Pierce is going to check into the game.
Margarita Della Porta will check in as she waits to come in for the Hawks. Player seems to be down. 4-2 Hawks with 6:15 remaining in the first quarter. 2 quick fouls for Tara Burke.
And this is what happened Saturday. It didn't cost the Seahawks too much on Saturday as they were able to get out to a lead in the second half and maintain it. Although it's not something that a trend that the Seahawks want to continue. I'm sure not one that Burke wants to continue herself.
Mancinelli will bring the ball up the court. She gives it to Driscoll. Driscoll finds Jerry Hahn. To Massinelli. Here's the 3. It's no good. It goes off the shot clock. And it'll be out of bounds, and the Seahawks will take over possession.
Looks as though the Hawks are going to go into a full court press, which we again saw on Saturday.
We saw in both games the Seahawks mentally prepared for this as Bridgewater ran it for most of the game.
So you have to wonder if maybe it's in their notes that the Seahawks might struggle with the press.
Here's Becker down low to Beelan. Beelan in the paint. Lays it in. Beelan a good job using her body over Della Porta. And 4 quick points for Kerry. Here's a 3 there, and it's good. Sam Massinelli getting on the score sheet. A 3-pointer, and it's 7-4 Hawks. Here's Mary Rourke. Rourke working off the screen from Liv Pierce. Rourke gives it to Scorpio. Scorpio down low to Liv Pierce. Pierce's shot's no good, rebounded by Grant. And Grant will take it up herself. Moves away
by Scorpio to stop Grant from continuing her drive.
Here's Grant now. Grant has it at the top of the key, driving on Liv Pierce, steps out. Finds Driscoll. Here's the 3 from Jerry Hahn. It's no good. It's rebounded by Scorpio. She'll take it herself, and she looks to run. Scorpio's fouled by Driscoll. A reach-in call.
The pass for the Seahawks. They throw it into Beelan, who takes the shot, and it's no good. And here come the Hawks the other way.
There's Della Porta now bringing it up the court. She gives it to Sam Leone, who just checked back in. Della Porta has it. Here's Driscoll, driving, kicks it back out. Going down low to Alpaca. Her shot is good.
That's going to be a matchup that might be tough for the Seahawks without Tara Burke in. Alpaca is the tallest woman on the roster for the Hawks, so she might be tough to deal with while Burke is on the bench with foul trouble.
And the Seahawks get on the board. Here's Della Porta. They throw it down low to Alpaca. Their shot, and she's fouled by Liv Pierce.
And again, just using her size to her advantage there. She's taller than Liv Pierce there. So Liv doing her best to try and not give up ground, and unfortunately causes a foul.
And the first free throw of the night is good for Alpaca. Carly's a freshman from Southbury, Connecticut. Emily Janich will check in. She's a freshman from Cheshire, Connecticut. Second free
throw is no good. Sorry, Sal.
There's a 3 now. It's no good. Rebounded by Janic. Here's Leon. Down low to Janic. She's in the paint. She kicks it back out to Caminelli. Off Janic, and it will stay with the Hawks. Shot clock down to 15.
I believe Beelan poked that one free. Good job by Beelan not allowing the easy pass inside.
It'll be Sam Leon to throw it in. Here's Della Porta now at the top of the key. Beelan's in front of her. She gives it to Massinelli. 6 on the shot clock. Massinelli drives to the basket. Her hook shot is no good. Alpoka trying to get a rebound. It goes off of Janic, and it will go out of play, and the Seahawks will take over possession with 3 minutes even to go in the first quarter. And that goes into Beelan now. Beelan bringing it up half court. Here's Carey now directing traffic. Carey goes down low to Lauren Becker. Finds Liv Pierce at the foul line, and Burke takes the 3. Her shot's no good, and it will go out of bounds. And the Hawks will take over.
That was a good shot there, though, by Rourke. It didn't go that time, but when she's open and has an open look, it is always a good shot. She's a dangerous three-point shooter for the Seahawks.
And Gabby Jarayan will check back in. It'll be Sam Massinelli bringing the ball up the court. She gives it to Leone. Leone at the foul line trying to get on Burke. She drives and lays it in. 12-6 Hawks. Here's Tori Scorpio now. Scorpio to Burke.
If you're the Seahawks, you want to get the offense a little bit more involved. So far, Carey Beelan has all 6 of the Seahawks' points.
Scorpio thought about a deep 3. Shot clock under 10. Here's Beelan working on the screen from Pierce. Beelan's 3. It's good.
Make that all 9 of the Seahawks. Since she had the hot hand on Saturday from deep, and she seems to be carrying that over into today's game as she hits her first 3 of the night. I believe she hit 3 threes on Saturday.
And Massinelli has it now. Janic throws it away, and it goes to Becker.
Good job there by Becker on defense, being active. Here's Rourke with the 3. It's a little short and she can't connect, but Scorpio gets the rebound. She puts it up, and she can't connect as well. And the Hawks will take it the other way. There's a layup by Janic, and it's no good. But she is fouled by Tori Scorpio, and she will head to the line for 2 shots. A little bit of a late whistle there, but no complaints. And we will have 2 free throws.
Alpaca took the first free throws. It'll be Emily Janic at the line. Her first free throw is good. As Kaylee Stevenson will check in, and Michaela Roderick will check in as well.
So for the Seahawks right now, they're only down 4. Carey Beelan has all 9 points, and so far everybody else on the Seahawks has not hit a shot. Carey is 4 for 6 from the field, and everybody else combined is 0 for 8.
It's not a recipe for success for the Seahawks. And like you said, Brett, just down 4 as Scorpio drives. Her layup is no good. It's rebounded by Grant. She puts it to Leon. Leon thought about the shot. Pump fakes. Looking for her option. She finds Janic. Janic to Massinelli. There's a foul off the ball, and it's on Grant. And we're going the other way.
And Grant doesn't seem happy with that one. Her and Becker were fighting down low for position, and she got called with the foul.
And Carey Beelan will bring it up the court now. Beelan, like we said, all 9 points for the Seahawks so far. Gives it to Roderick. Stevenson thought about the 3. Beelan in the corner. Gives it to Becker down low, and Becker loses it. And there's a scrum in the middle. And it's a tie-up, but it will belong to the Hawks.
Good job by Stevenson there, though, getting in the mix of things and trying to get possession back for the Seahawks.
32.2 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 13-9 Hawks.
Doesn't appear to be as much of an offensive game as it was on Saturday. 71-60 was the score, Sal?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Both teams averaging 68 points a game. And that's a travel called on Sam Leone, and we're going the other way. The 4th turnover of the first quarter for the Hawks.
And the Hawks have 4 turnovers to the Seahawks 2, as there's about 10 seconds left now as Beeland has the ball. And she drives and puts it in. She's having a fantastic first quarter. And the shot is put up by Sam Leone, but it is no good. And that is the end of the first quarter. We will take a short break as well and be back for the second quarter in a little bit.
(13-11) Hawks as we begin the second quarter here at Rodgers Recreation Center. Carrie Beelan, all 11 points for the Seahawks. Roderick.
My bad.
Here's Roderick now, down low, gives it to Beelan. Beelan in the paint, driving, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line.
This will be Beelan's first trip to the line of the night. And again, she has all 11 of Salve's points.
Here's Mancinelli now. She has it, top of the key. She gives it to Leone. Leone directing traffic. Here's Mancinelli again. She'll take the 3, and she hits.
And that's her second 3 of the game so far. She connected on 1 in the first quarter, and now here again on in the second quarter.
Here's Rourke, met by Mancinelli.
Here come the Hawks with the ball. Misses the layup, and a fight for the ball between Liv Pierce and Hannah Driscoll. And I believe it will be the Seahawks ball, and it is.
Roderick will bring the ball up the court. Roderick gives it to Rourke. Rourke driving, steps up, hits the jump shot, and the first basket for somebody that isn't Carrie Beelan.
That's a good job by Rourke right there. She really used the screen set by Carrie Beelan well, and then went the other way from it and got some space for the open look.
Here's Mancinelli going cross court to Leone. She drives with the right hand. She scores.
And so far, the Seahawks have been able to take more shots, and that has kept them in the game. However, they haven't connected on as many shots as the Hawks have.
As there's a tie-up, and possession arrow belongs to the Hawks.
Hawks are shooting about 50% as of right now from the field, and the Seahawks are just under 40%. So even though they're causing turnovers and getting more shots, they just aren't shooting as high of a percentage as the Hawks are right now.
So there's a foul off the ball. It'll be a foul on Roderick. First foul of the second quarter. Leone will throw it in from under the basket. She finds Jarian. Jarian driving. And she's fouled by Scorpio. She'll go to the line. And that is Sam Mancinelli.
And I believe that's Scorpio's second foul, so she'll have to be a little careful now as Lauren Becker gets ready to check in.
So Scorpio with 2 quick fouls. And Tara Burke with 2 fouls as the first free throw is no good.
And Lauren Becker will check in, I believe, for Tori Scorpio, and she is.
18.
So that means Carrie Beelan will probably be running the point as of right now for the Seahawks.
Second free throw is no good. Rebounded by Roderick. And Roderick will bring it up the floor. Rourke driving, kicks it to Becker. Becker's shot's no good. It's rebounded.
Good job by Pierce getting the offensive rebound, but something down low appeared to have happened as the referee stops the clock. The shot clock reset, but the ball didn't hit the rim. So they're going to put the correct time up there, and we'll continue off of the inbounds.
17 seconds on the shot clock. Beelan will throw it in. She gives it to Roderick. Roderick to Rourke. Rourke to Beelan. Beelan thought about the 3 in the corner. She drives. She's in the paint. It goes off her foot. She loses it. It goes to Leone. Leone to Jarian. She drives, and she's blocked by Rourke.
And that was good hustle there by Rourke, getting back on defense and being able to disrupt what looked like a fast break and a layup for the Hawks.
And Mancinelli will throw it in. She finds Alpaca, who gives it to Alyssa Grant. Grant to Leone. Leone to Mancinelli. Mancinelli directing traffic. Gives it to Alpaca. She's tried to back down Liv Pierce, couldn't do so. Mancinelli calls for a screen on Alpaca, and that's a foul on Liv Pierce.
And Della Porta will check in for Mancinelli. And Stevenson will check in for Liv Pierce as she picks up her second foul of the game. So a little bit of foul trouble between Liv Pierce and Tara Burke, and it will give Stevenson a little bit of extra run. Della Porta with the ball inside to Alpaca. Back to Del Porta at the top of the key. She's going to set things up again with about 13 seconds left on the shot clock. She kicks it over to Grant, and Grant takes the jumper, and she can't connect, and it's rebounded by Roderick, and will head the other way. Roderick thinks about going for the layup, but takes it back out, and she looks to get into to Becker, but her pass is deflected, and it goes over to Beelan. Beelan to Roderick, over to Becker. Looking inside, but she finds Beeland outside, and she drives and tries to get it over to Roderick, but it deflects off of Del Porta and is stolen. Del Porta over to Leone, and she connects on a 3, making the score 21-15. Roderick passes it over to Beeland. Beeland gets trapped a little bit, and she's looking for someone good, and there's going to be a tie-up, a jump ball, and I believe it will go over to the Hawks. And Olivia Valero will check in for Lauren Becker. Roderick to inbound. She gets it to Valerio, who thinks about the shot, but kicks it over to Rourke. She gets it right back, giving it back over to Beeland, who looks to set something up offensively. And she drives in and puts it up, but can't connect. And Roderick with the offensive rebound, and she can't connect on her shot. Roderick with the ball, she gets it to Beeland, who's going to drive, and she kicks it to Rourke, who puts up a three, and she's unable to connect. And Del Porto will bring the ball up back the other way. Del Porto driving on Roderick, she puts it up, and she loses control of it, and Rourke is there for the rebound. Rourke passes it to Beeland, who can't control the pass, and it will head back the other way. Another turnover by the Seahawks as the Hawks take possession.
4:55 remaining in the first half, and there will be a timeout on the floor, and we'll step aside.
Welcome back. 21-15 is the score with 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. The Seahawks trail the Hawks as Lindsay Towell will go for a layup and cannot convert, but she was fouled and will head to the line. Foul was committed by Olivia Valerio.
Towell's first free throw. It's good. 22-15. And Towell's second free throw is no good. It's rebounded by Beeland. And Beeland has it. Beeland bringing it up the court. Directing traffic. Beeland gives it to Rourke. Rourke to Stevenson. Stevenson to Beeland. There's Beeland down low to Roderick. Roderick's turnaround jump shot's no good. And it's stolen back out by the Seahawks.
Brooke Vonasek there with the steal, and she draws the foul, so she will get 2 free throws.
Vonasek's a sophomore from Wellington, Connecticut.
Vonasek's first free throw is no good.
Her second free throw is no good. It's rebounded by the Hawks. There's
Mancilli with the ball, gives it over to Del Porta.
Mancinelli has it stolen, and it's on the ground, and it'll be another tie-up, and it will stay with the Hawks. .402 remaining in this first half, 22-15.
And the Seahawks are still struggling with shooting the ball, shooting at 30% now.
Shot clock under 10, 5 seconds. Here's a deep three from Mancinelli. She hits!
And Mancinelli, that's her second three-pointer of the quarter and third of the game overall.
And that increases the Hawks' lead up to double digits now.
Mancinelli is feeling it from behind the arc, and the Seahawks will have to make sure someone is on her at all times when she gets the ball.
Here's Roderick. She gives it of 2. Rourke, her jump shot is no good, and it's rebounded by Stevenson. Her shot's back up, no good. Rebounded by the Hawks. And there's Della Porta now running the break. She drives to the basket. She shoots into no good.
Janic does a good job of keeping it alive there, and they kick it out to Towell, who has a 3, and she can't connect, and it is out of bounds and going the other way for the Seahawks.
3:17 remaining in the first half as Leone and Grant will check back in.
Seahawks trail the Hawks 25-15 after a Mancinelli 3-pointer.
Here's Roderick now bringing the ball up. She gives it to Valero. Beelan. And it's lost by Vanasek. And the Hawks going the other way. Here's Grant. Thought about a shot. Mancinelli thought about it as well. In the corner is Towell. She kicks it. Here's Jarian. She gives it to Leone. Leone to Grant. Grant driving into the basket, and she's fouled by Stevenson.
I believe they're going to call that on the floor.
2:42 remaining.
Never mind, they're going to call that a shooting foul, and Grant will head to the line for 2 shots. It didn't look like Grant had picked up her dribble, but that must be the case as she heads to the line.
3 of 8 from the line, and make that 3 of 9 for the Hawks so far.
Not very good free throw shooting from either team so far in this half. Only 3 free throws have been made the whole game. Roger Williams 3 for 9, and the Seahawks are 0 for 4.
Make that 4 for 10 as Rourke brings it up the court. 26-15 is our score here from Rodgers Recreation Center. The first of 2 Salve Regina Roger Williams contests tonight. Here's Roderick. She gives it to Beelan. Beelan with 11 of the Seahawk 15. Beelan with a foot on the line. Her jump shot's good.
And Beeland has been so consistent offensively so far for the Seahawks, and a big reason why they aren't down a lot more in this game. 13 of the Seahawks' 17 points are from Beeland, and she's on 4 of 9 shooting.
Here's Grant now.
I mean, 6 of 9. Sorry about that.
Grant gives it to Leone. There's a timeout called by the Hawks. Kelly Thompson, in her 9th season, wants to talk it over, and we'll step aside with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Two minutes to go here in the first half. And Grant throws it into Leone. Leone has it. Leone driving to the basket. And she's blocked by Becker, but there's a foul. And back to the line the Hawks will go. 4 of 10 so far.
And at halftime, we will be celebrating the women's rugby team on their national championship run. They just get back from nationals after this past weekend. So congratulations to the women's rugby team.
Finishing in 3rd place. The second free throw is good.
And Stevenson checks back in for Vanasek.
So here's Roderick bringing the ball up the floor. She crosses half court.
Rourke looking to get it to Beeland, and she does. Beeland looking to get it inside to Stevenson, and it's poked away by Opaka. But there is a foul, and Beeland will take it out from underneath the basket.
Here's Roderick. Gives it to Beeland. Beeland's 3. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Jarian. She kicks it to Leone. Leone driving to the basket. She's blocked by Rourke, and it will be out of play. 1:23 to go in the first half. Here's Grant. Gives it to Mancinelli. To Alpaca. Backing down Stevenson. She's fouled by Kaylee, and she'll go to the line.
I'm not sure if Stevenson really agrees with that. She left her arms up, and Alpaca kind of went underneath her arms. But she got the foul call, and we'll get 2 shots. First free throw is good. And makes it 28-17. Next free throw is on its way, and it's no good. And the Seahawks will take possession. And Alpaca will check out, and Janic will check in.
It'll be Roderick bringing the ball up the court. 28-17. Here's Rourke now. Rourke has it. Directing traffic, lays it off for Roderick. Roderick getting a lot of minutes in this first half with Tori Scorpio in foul trouble. Here's Beelan at the top of the key. Beelan gives it to Roderick.
Roderick kicks it to Becker. Here's back over to Beelan.
Beelan's jump shot's good as she beats the shot clock buzzer. And Beelan, the star in this first half for the Seahawks, keeping them afloat with 35 seconds to go in this first half.
And if you're the Seahawks, you're going to go into the locker room, and I'm sure that Coach Corey Hughes is going to talk about how they need to limit the fouls, as multiple Seahawks starters are in foul trouble. Tori Scorpio and Tara Burke are 2, just to name a few. Liv Pierce also in foul trouble as well.
And Stevenson picks up her second with 16.3 to go in the first half. Seahawks trailing by 9. Here's Janic's first free throw. It's good. As Della Porta will check in.
And if Burke and Scorpio are able to stay on the floor for a long period of time in the second half, then the game could be a different story, and they could climb back into this very quickly.
Second shot's no good.
And Grant will foul Becker with an over-the-back foul, and the Seahawks will take control of the ball. And they're in the bonus, actually, so they are going to take free throws. So Becker will be at the line.
Seahawks still 0 for 4 at the line. Lawrence first free throw. It's good. 29-20 here with 14.6 to go in the first half. Here's Becker's second free throw. It's no good. It's rebounded by Janic. She's met by Stevenson. She does a wild pass, but Mancinelli has it. She gives it to Della Porta. Leone's 3. It's no good. 3 seconds to go. The ball's loose. Janic is out of bounds with 0.9 seconds to go. Seahawks will look to just get it in.
And look for them to try and get it to Beeland. And they do. And she puts it up, and it's short. And that will conclude the first half for us.
Seahawks trail 29-20. And we'll take a short break. We'll be back in 10 minutes for the call of the second half.
Cindy Butler, Hannah Seacrum, President Cassidy Chapman, Zoe Hawkins, Alex Cruz, Alexandra Dewey, Katie Drago, Aaron Gunther, Alexander Harris, Sarah Lambert, Taylor Cura, Kathy Elizabeth Mayer, Jackie Martell, Leah Maxwell Mitchell, Madison Edwin, Eva Moore, Ryan, Vice President Elizabeth Morse, Hero Rizzo, Jasmine Santiago, and Katie Simone.
the second half is underway. The Hawks lead the Seahawks 29-20. Here's Grant at the foul line looking for options. She gives it to Alpaca. Alpaca in the corner. Burke on her. Gives it to Grant. She gets in the paint. She drives. She loses it but gets it back. Leone gives it to Mancinelli. Mancinelli's deep three. It's blocked by Scorpio. Grant. Shot clock to 8. Mancinelli's three. It's no good. And it's rebounded by Burke.
This is the first time since about 6 minutes were left in the first quarter that the Seahawks starting five is on the floor together. So it'll be interesting to see if they stay out of foul trouble.
Burke and Scorpio with 2 quick fouls in the first quarter as Burke goes right to work, and it's no good. On the rebound is Alpaca. She gives it to Mancinelli.
That's Burke's only her second shot attempt, as she did get into early foul trouble.
Here's Alpaca down low. Burke is on her. Antonelli has it now. Gives it to Jarian. Jarian to Leone. To Ashley Grant. Shot clock down to 7. Grant from the foul line. Her shot's good. Hawks trying to end a 4-game skid.
So Grant, that makes 3 points on the night for her first field goal of the night, having only hit a free throw before that.
Here's Becker now, gives it to Burke. Burke in the paint, her hook shot's no good, rebounded by Alpaca. Alpaca gives it to Leone. Here's Mancinelli, thought about the three. She drives, gets it to Alpaca, she's met by Beal, and Alpaca's shot's no good. Becker comes down with the rebound, gives it to Tori Scorpio. Scorpio, driving to the basket, she scoops, and it's no good. And it's rebounded by Mancinelli. Mancinelli will take it up herself. She crosses half court and reaches the key. Goes down low to Alpaca. Alpaca to Grant. Grant driving, she's in the paint, and she falls. And it's a travel, we're going the other way.
And that will be the 6th turnover on the night for the Hawks. Seahawks have 6 as well. And Alpaca will check out of the game for a little bit and take a rest.
Here's Carrie Beelan bringing the ball up the court now. Beelan 15 of the Seahawk 20 in the first half. Here's Burke now at the top of the key. She gives it to Beelan. Beelan in the corner, gives it to Becker down low. Becker's shot is no good. She gets her own rebound. It's loose, and it goes to Burke. Burke has it. She's fouled on the layup, and she'll go to the line.
This will be Burke's first free throw attempts of the game, as she's still seeking her first points of the game as well.
2 quick fouls prevented her from having significant minutes. She's 0 for 4 from the field. Her first free throw, it's no good. Seahawks 1 of 6 from the field throw line tonight. 7:21 to go in the third quarter. 31-20 in favor of the Hawks. There's
outside of Carrie Beelan's 7 for 12 from the field, the Seahawks, everybody else, is a combined 2 for 21.
And that tells the story. 20 points on the night. Beelan with 15 of them as she gets the rebound, and she's met by Della Porta. Gives it down low to Burke, and she gets on the score sheet.
And Burke was probably happy to see that one fall after seeing a few rattle around the rim and go back out.
0 for her first 4 from the field, missing 2 straight free throws. And the shot's no good, and it's rebounded by Rourke. And here's Scorpio going up the court. Scorpio breaking free, gives it to Burke. She's fouled. It's a kick ball.
And Roger Williams' coach was not happy with the call.
Kelly Thompson, the head coach, in her 9th season. Michelle Spada, the assistant coach.
And Del Porto will check back out, and Alpaca will check in.
Scorpio plays it into Becker. She has it at the top of the key. Goes down low to to Burke rather, and she's fouled.
And Opaka will check back out, and Janic looks like she will check in for her after picking up a quick foul. It's her third foul of the night.
Scorpio will play it in from under the basket. 6:36 to go here in the third quarter. She goes down low to Becker, and she's fouled. She'll head to the line for two.
And she was fouled by Janic, who just checked in. So 2 substitutions for the Hawks and 2 quick fouls by those who subbed in, and it is Janic's second foul on the night.
Seahawks 1 of 8 from the line. That's a 12.5%.
And the one make is from Lauren Becker as she connects on her first free throw. Make her 2 of 3 from the line.
2 of 9 as a whole for the Seahawks. She'll look to make both here. And she does so. 31-24 Hawks.
And if you're the Seahawks right now and you're not having a very good shooting night outside, of course, for Carrie Beelan, you just want to chip away at this lead as best you can and play good defense.
And Leone is fouled by Becker. Becker's second foul of the night.
Foul number 12.
Score is 31-24 with 6:24 remaining on the clock. And we will take a quick timeout. We'll be right back.
We resume play here with 6:20 remaining in the third quarter. Here's Mancinelli now, directing traffic. She takes the screen from Janic. Gives it to Grant. Grant's foul line jump shot is short, and it will go out of bounds. And the Seahawks will take over. 6:04 remaining here in the third quarter.
And if you're the Seahawks, those are the type of defensive stances that you want to have in the second half to chip away at that lead.
Here's Beelan. Giving it down low to Burke. Burke's shot's no good.
And that's another shot for Burke, just going in and out. She got on the board before with her last shot, but she has been very close on all of her shot attempts.
Here's Mancinelli, gives it to Janic. Janic down low to Grant. She kicks it back out to Mancinelli. Mancinelli takes the screen from, and here's the three. Mancinelli's shot's no good. Rebounded by Burke. Burke has it, pushes it to Tori Scorpio.
And that's the first open look that Mancinelli had since she hit her third three of the game in the second quarter, as that pass is thrown astray and will go out of bounds, and the Hawks will take over. But Seahawks do not want to let Mancinelli get too many more open looks if they can help it. Mancinelli has it in the corner. She gives it to Janic, who gives it right back. Now Driscoll with the ball. Gives it back to Mancinelli. A screen from Janic, and she looks to drive. And she finds Jerian, who gives it over to Grant, and she can't connect on the open layup, and we're heading the other way after a rebound by Becker. Here comes Rourke. She looks for Burke and finds her. Burke going in, and she gets called for the charge.
And that's just a careless play there from Burke. Driving to the basket, getting called for another foul. That's her third, and she'll head back to the bench. A frustrating night for Carly Burke.
So Liv Pierce checks in for Tara.
Here's Janic now at the top of the key. Liv Pierce on her.
Liv Pierce has 2 fouls as well, and she gets thrown to the floor by Janic. No foul is called, and Janic is wide open down low. And a foul is called on the floor, and I believe it's going to be Rourke who is called for the foul.
31-24 here, a low-scoring affair. Both teams shooting under 35% in this one. Here's Grant, her shot's good, and the foul. Tori Scorpio picking up another foul. And a chance to make this lead double digits, 33-24.
And Roderick is getting off the bench and ready to check in, and I believe that will be for Scorpio. So frustrating nights from, oh, never mind, it's going to be checking in for Becker. So Scorpio will remain in. Probably want to keep one of your top scorers in the game and see if she can get hot. So she will have to be very careful and try and stay out of foul trouble as we continue this third quarter.
So here's Beelan. Gives it to Rourke. Rourke has it, gives it to Scorpio in front of her own bench. Scorpio driving. Scorpio getting to the basket. Her shot's in and out, no good. Rebounded by Beelan. Beelan has it, kicks it to Rourke. Her wide open three, it's short. And that rebound goes off of Liv Pierce, but it will stay with the Seahawks. As Della Porta checks right back in. One of the three captains for this Roger Williams squad, her, Gabby Jarayan, and Sam Leone. Shots up, no good. Rebounded by the Hawks, and they look to break the 2-on-1 here. And the layup is good by Hannah Driscoll. So here's Roderick. She gives it to Tori Scorpio, and she's in front of her own bench. Scorpio's jump shot is blocked by Driscoll. Driscoll with two impact plays back-to-back. That pass goes to Grant. Grant driving to the basket. It's good.
If you're the Seahawks, it just seems like they can't get anything going offensively, and they're going to call a timeout here. But it just seems like the Seahawks, outside of Carrie Beelan, cannot get anything going offensively. Carrie Beelan so far, I don't believe, has put a shot up this half, so the Seahawks will probably look to change that. She's been the most consistent with her shot. Nobody else really able to get anything going. They've only hit 10 field goals from the game total out of about almost 40 shots. So everybody else not really having a good shooting night. Everything's just kind of gone in and out of the rim. So going to look to change that here.
Corey Hughes calling a timeout with 3:15 remaining in the third quarter. Seahawks trail by 15. We'll take a short break. .3:15 remaining here in the third quarter. Roderick will bring it up the court for the Seahawks.
Seahawks trailing 37-24 to the Hawks.
Roderick going right to the basket. She scores.
And good job there by Roderick. Hopefully she can provide a little bit of a spark off the bench for the Seahawks and try to get something else going offensively for the Seahawks, who have so far worked primarily through Carrie Beelan.
Here's Driscoll now. Gives it to Janic. And that's a turnover off of Ashley Grant, and we're going the other way. See if the Seahawks can capitalize here. We'll have a substitution. Gabby Jarayan will re-enter. She'll replace Hannah Driscoll. 2:47 remaining.
And if you're the Seahawks, you're going to want to create as many open looks as you can, as they haven't had the best shooting night. As here goes Liv Pierce driving, and she's unable to lay it in, but Roderick gets the offensive rebound, and it gets poked away right over to Beelan. Beelan looking for Liv Pierce, but she can't find her inside. Gives it over to Tori Scorpio, who gives it back to Beelan. She looks for Liv again. She gets it, puts it up, and that won't fall either.
And it's rebounded by the Hawks.
And it's another empty trip for the Seahawks, who just can't seem to get anything to fall to the bottom of the net.
There's Jarayan. Her layup is good and up and under over Tori Scorpio. And it's 39-26. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's been all Roger Williams so far. Here's Rourke. She gives it to down low to Beelan. Beelan's shot is good.
Beelan's first shot of the half, she connects. Been the one holding the Seahawks afloat here in the third quarter.
Here's Jarayan now. She gives it to Janic. She's at the free throw line to Della Parte. She thought about a shot, gives it up to Grant. Grant to Delaporta. Her shot's no good. Rebounded by Rourke. Rourke looking to push it up the floor now. She gives it to Scorpio. Scorpio thought about the three. Resets, gives it to Rourke. Rourke finds it in the corner, gives it to Beelan. Beelan down low to Liv Pierce. Her turnaround shot's no good. Rebounded by Janic.
And it just seems that the height and length of Janic and Opaka for the Roger Williams Hawks are just giving Tara Burke and Liv Pierce all sorts of trouble inside.
Here's Delaporta now, gives it to Janic. 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter. Shot clock down to 13, and it's a turnover for the Hawks. And we'll have substitutions as Towell will check in and Lauren Becker will check in for the Seahawks with 57.9 remaining here in the third.
And Rourke was doing the majority of the ball handling for the Seahawks, running the point, while Tori Scorpio moved over to the 2. Surprised that she didn't have to guard the primary ball handler for the Hawks and prevent picking up that 4th foul.
And Scorpio has it now. She thought about the 3. She goes down low to Liv Pierce. Her layup is good. A left-handed shot for Liv. And it's 39-30 Hawks now with 38 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Liv Pierce probably very happy to see that one fall after not getting her first few shot attempts to go.
Delaporte finds Towell. Towell met by Beelan. Here's a 3 from Jarain. Her shot's no good. Scorpio comes up with the rebound. She's looking to push the floor with 20 seconds remaining in the third. Shot clock is off. And it looks like the Seahawks will hold it for the last shot. Scorpio driving. She kicks it to Liv Pierce. Her wide open jump shot's no good. And it's rebounded by Mancinelli with 5 seconds to go. 4, 3. She shot. Her layup is no good. And that will conclude the third quarter. The Seahawks trail the Hawks 39-30 in this contest. We'll take a short break and be back for the call of the fourth quarter. (39-30) here from Rodgers Recreation Center. The first of our doubleheader here between Roger Williams and Salve Regina. As Burke down low, her layup is no good. Beelan thought she could get the rebound, she couldn't, and the Hawks will look to push. And Roderick with a good steal there. Roderick hustling up the court, and she is fouled by Jarain, that's my fault there.
And Roderick providing a little bit of a spark off of the Seahawks bench, picking up a steal, having a layup in the third quarter, and also an offensive rebound.
Here's
doing a good job trying to create something off of the bench for the Seahawks as she assists on a layup by Lauren Becker.
So the Hawks control it here.
Seahawks are now within 7, 39-32.
Mancinelli finds Delaporta in the corner. She gives it to Grant. Beelan almost took it away, and she gives it right to Scorpio, and Scorpio will go right to the basket for an easy layup, and the Seahawks cut it down to 5.
If you're the Seahawks, you have to credit your defense for keeping you in this game. Offensively, they weren't able to find it, so hopefully they get out of the shooting funk that they've been in the past in this game. They've taken 50 shots and only have connected on 15 for a 30% field goal percentage. So hopefully this is the start of something, their defense turning into offense, and they're able to get back into this game.
Seahawks down by 5 with 8:58 remaining as Kelly Thompson will talk it over with her team. And The men's Hawks and men's Seahawks teams will play later on in this contest, approximately an hour from now.
I believe that game's scheduled to start at 7:30.
Seahawks looking to build on a win on Saturday afternoon as they defeated Newberry College.
It was a very entertaining and fast-paced game.
Here's Della Porta now. She drives. She stops her drive. Gives it to Grant. Grant thought about the shot. And Scorpio steals it again, and there's a tie-up, but it goes right to Alpaca. Alpaca to Jarian. Shot clock down to 6, and there's a foul. And it will be on Burke. That's number 4 for Tara.
They call that one on Lauren Becker, actually. So Burke is still on the fringe of foul trouble, but not quite there yet, as she looks to stay on the floor for the majority of this fourth quarter and provide some solid interior defense for the Seahawks.
Seahawks down 5 is the closest they've been all half. As Scorpio with another steal. She looks to go coast to coast. Tori driving. Her layup is good. She gets the friendly roll, and the Seahawks have cut it down to 3 with 8:20 remaining here in this one.
And to open up this half, they've let their defense translate over to offense. They've caused 3 turnovers, and they've gotten 6 points off of those turnovers too.
Seahawks looking to continue this tight defense. And here's the 3 from Jarian. Her shot's no good, rebounded by Becker. She gives it to Beelan. Carey looking to run the floor. She was looking for Burke, but it goes out of bounds off of Jarian. And the Seahawks will play it from under the hoop.
And Sam Leone will check in for Mancinelli.
Leone's first action since the beginning of the third quarter as Scorpio goes down low to Burke. Her shot's no good, rebounded by herself. And she goes back up under and she scores.
Good job by Burke there, not giving up after the missed shot, following her shot, getting the rebound, and putting it back up for 2. And they've cut the lead to 1.
An 11-0 run for the Seahawks. Here's Jarian, her shot. Her pass down low to Alpaca. She scores to stop the run.
Beelan there covering Alpaca. Burke normally would be on her, but I believe put her onto the other forward down underneath the basket to try and prevent another foul from happening.
So here's Roderick. She gives it to Beelan. Beelan at the top of the key.
Screen from Burke, and Beelan will take a 3, and she's unable to connect. Beelan's been the star offensively for the Seahawks, as she has 17 points, and I believe she's played the whole game so far.
She was the reason she kept the Seahawks within striking distance through the first 3 quarters, and they're down by just 3 here with 6:50 to go. Here's Alpaca down low. She's double teamed by Becker and Burke. She gets out of it though.
Does a good job of help defense there by Becker and not allowing her. She kind of had poor footing there. Her back was turned towards Alpaca, but doing a good job not moving her feet and not causing a foul.
And Tara Burke will pick up her 4th foul of the night with 6:41 to go.
They actually gave the foul to Carrie Beeland, and it's her first foul of the night.
And Beeland will check out. She'll get a short break. Free throw is no good.
And rebounded by Grant. And takes back to Jarian.
Jarian takes over now. Jarian has it, gives to Grant. Grant at the top of the key, met by Becker. Down low to Alpaca, she's met by Burke. And Scorpio almost able to steal that one. Jarian drives, her layup is good. A nice scoop layup there.
And good use of the glass there, going high off of it to put that layup.
44-38 in favor of the Hawks.
Seahawks were able to cut it down to 1, but the Hawks answering right back.
As Scorpio drives is fouled, but it's off the ball. It'll be on the floor, that foul. 6:01 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Seahawks trailed as many as 15 in the second half.
And the Seahawks turn over, but they get it right back, and now Roderick has it at the top of the key.
Roderick resetting, looking for Rourke. Play off the screen from Becker. Rourke to Scorpio. Scorpio's three. It's no good. And it's loose. It goes right to Burke. Her shot's no good, and it's rebounded by Leone. And Leone has it. She outlets it to Jerian. Jerian to Grant. Grant shot is good.
And just like that, the lead is back out to 8. 46-38. Seahawks worked hard to trim it down to 1, and the Hawks have answered right back.
Hawks
with a little run of their own.
Hawks doing a great job of weathering the Seahawks storm. Here's Scorpio. As Carrie Beelan gets ready to check back in. Scorpio drives, kicks it to Lauren Becker. Her foul line jump shot is good. Good response there for the Seahawks.
And that cuts it down to 6. Seahawks will look to keep the Hawks off the board on this possession, as they've scored on the past 4 possessions that they have had.
So here's Jerian now. 4:50 remaining. Jerian drives, and she's fouled by Becker. And she will go to the line.
And Becker's not happy with herself there. So Jerian will go to the line for 2 shots, looking to make it an 8-point lead once again for the Hawks. Her first free throw is up, and it is good. Jerian waiting for the next free throw. It's up, and it's good. And Beeland had checked back in for Lauren Becker, who picked up her 4th foul.
So here's Rourke. 4.5 to go here. Rourke to Beelan at the top of the key. Going down low to Burke. Burke shot off the glass is good.
That cuts it back down to 6.
So here's Leone at the top of the key. She thought about a shot, but she'll drive instead. Her step back jumper. It's no good. Rebounded by Roderick. Roderick will look to run the floor. Weaving past Hawks. She gives to Scorpio, who thought about the 3. Instead, she'll drive, and she is called for a turnover.
And Jerian will check in for Opaka.
4:06 remaining. The Hawks have led all night, and they lead by 6. Mancinelli controlling the ball. Net by Tori Scorpio. She goes cross court to Della Porta. To Leone in the corner. She gives to Ashley Grant. Thought about the 3, but drives instead. And she gives it up. Here's Della Porta, her 3, dead on. It's no good, and it's off the backboard, but it goes right to Burke.
And Roderick now with the ball at the top of the key. She gets it to Rourke, who's looking inside to Burke, but she can't find it. She gets it inside now to Burke, and Burke goes up with the shot. She can't put it in, but gets the rebound and puts it in again, and that's Tara Burke. Good job there. Again, fighting through and getting the offensive rebound and getting 2 points on the board. Seahawks trail by 4 now with 3:13 left on the clock.
There's Della Porta in the corner, and the Hawks will talk it over with 3:09 remaining. We'll step aside momentarily. .309 to go here from Rodgers Recreation Center. The Seahawks trying to climb back into this one. They've had an uphill battle the entire second half, and they've almost reached the top as Leone has it now.
Seahawks were able to get within 1 earlier in the quarter, now trail by 4.
Mancinelli now at the top of the key. Thought about the 3. Her shot now, it's no good, and a shot clock violation. Good work there by the Seahawk defense.
Seahawks defense has been very good tonight and has helped the Seahawks weather the storm of their offensive woes.
And Roderick will bring the ball up, who's been an unsung hero of this second half. Doing a lot of things that will not show up on the final stat line.
But she's provided that energy off the bench that the Seahawks needed and has allowed the Seahawks to get into a little bit of an offensive flow here in the fourth quarter.
Kayla Roderick, a senior from New Bedford, as she drives. And she gives it away, but Burke does a good job of getting it back. And Roderick will take the jump shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Alpaca. And 2:35 remaining in this one. Mancinelli will slow it down, take her time, bring it up the court. She gives it to Zarian, back to Mancinelli. Mancinelli at the foul line, gives it to Driscoll. Driscoll to Zarian.
Alpaca was calling for the ball, but she couldn't get it. And that's another miss, and Bieland with the rebound. And she'll bring it up the floor.
Seahawks down by 4, approaching 2:05 to go in this contest. Seahawks haven't beaten Roger Williams in the past 2 seasons.
And we have a close one here, trailing only by 4 as Rourke looks to drive, gets it to Roderick, who's looking for Bieland inside, and she gets it to her. And Bieland puts it up, and that's good, and make that 19 points on the night for Carrie Bieland.
1:45 to go. We're approaching 99 seconds to go in the second half as a quick drive by Zarian as she scores.
And that's just as simple as a defensive breakdown for the Seahawks, which hasn't happened much tonight, but not coming at a very good time for the Seahawks.
50-46 as Bieland drives baseline, and she gives it away, and it goes right to Mancinelli, and she will slow it down. 1:20 to go here in the second half. Zarian driving to the basket. Her layup, it's no good. Rebounded by Alpaca. Her rebound is no good. She gets her own board. Here's Leone for 3, and that's a big shot. 2 offensive rebounds led to that 3-pointer, and with 1:08 to go, it's 53-46.
And the hill for the Seahawks got a little bit tougher to climb there, as now they're down by 7 with only a minute to go. 2 defensive lapses, which they haven't really had all game, have brought them from within 2 to down 7. And we'll take a short break as there's a timeout. 1:08 on the clock. 46-53, the Seahawks trail.
Seahawks trailing by 7 with 68 seconds remaining in this contest. Seahawks trying to avoid falling to 2-6 and 0-2 in conference play. Last win against Roger Williams came on December 2nd, 2015, almost 3 years ago to the day. They won 67-59 as Burke with a nice layup there, cutting the lead to 5 with less than a minute to go now.
If you're the Seahawks, you want to continue to do that, as Roderick almost picks up the steal, and there's a double dribble, actually a travel.
And the Seahawks will get the ball back. Good job there by Roderick and the full court press of the Seahawks.
And if you're the Seahawks, you want another quick offensive possession and another quick basket. Down 5 right now with 50 seconds left in the game. If you can get within 1 possession with about 30 seconds left, that would put the Seahawks in a good place going into the last possession of the game. And here goes Scorpio for a layup, and she's able to connect. And with 42 seconds, the Seahawks now trail 53-50.
Scorpio with a good job there getting to the basket as it goes to Mancinelli. Mancinelli has it. Seahawks with a full court press, and Bieland takes it away. She has it with 30 seconds to go. Shot clock still on. 3-second difference. Roderick has it. Here's Bieland. She plays it down low, but it's stolen by Driscoll. Driscoll has it, and she is fouled by Roderick. Seahawks were looking down low to Burke trying to get a quick basket, but Driscoll with a good job there, intercepting the Beelan pass with 20.5 seconds to go as she is fouled.
And a good foul right there. There'll be a quick timeout by the Seahawks to talk it over. 20 seconds left on the clock. They are down by 3, and they'll talk it over here and try and get the inbounds before having to force another foul.
After this contest, the Seahawks will travel to Johnson and Wales on Saturday. They have a 1 o'clock tip-off. And then after that, they will have time off for 3 weeks, have a Christmas time with the family, and they will travel to Babson on December 30th. They will be playing at the Babson tournament. Their next home game won't be until 2019. Well, they will host Wentworth at 1 p.m. January 5th. 20.5 seconds remaining as the men's team anxiously waits to get on the court and begin to warm up, but we're not done here yet. The Seahawks trail by 3.
And all it takes is a turnover and one big shot by the Seahawks, and we can have a tie game. I'm sure they would love to get the steal on the inbounds here or force a 5-second violation and a turnover.
Roger Williams has won 6 out of the last 7 meetings.
And the Roger Williams will call a timeout and talk it over as Jarian could not find an open Hawk on the floor anywhere, and a good decision by the senior captain. And we'll take a short break as well. 20 seconds left.
Seahawks trying to avoid falling to 2-6 on the season as they will try and force a turnover here. It'll be Gabby Jarian to inbound it in front of the Seahawk bench, and she gets it into Hannah Driscoll. Driscoll is met by Burke, and she's fouled by Tara.
And the Seahawks had a foul to give, I believe.
And Driscoll will head to the line.
Never mind.
Driscoll will head to the line for 2. A chance to make this a 2-possession game with 17.3 seconds remaining. Driscoll's first free throw. It's no good.
And that makes us a big free throw coming up. We'll put them up by 4. It will still be a 1-possession game, but you very rarely see a 4-point play.
Driscoll's second free throw. It's good. A big free throw there for the freshman, Hannah Driscoll.
And the Seahawks will call another timeout and decide what they're going to run, as they're most likely going to face a full court press unless the timeout moves them up past half court.
Seahawks will look to get a quick basket at the rim and play the foul game and hope that the Hawks will miss some free throws. The Hawks are shooting 11 of 23. That's 47.8% from the line tonight. Seahawks just 3 of 10. The Seahawks have shot 1 of 10 from 3, shooting 35.9% overall, 23 of 64.
A completely different offensive game for the Seahawks compared to Saturday when they shot almost 50% from 3. So we know they're capable of hitting threes and hitting them in bunches. But with the way they've been shooting today, I'm not sure if that's what Coach Corey Hughes wants them to look for. Probably look for them to get it inside or to carry Beeland, who's been the best overall offensive player for them tonight. It'll be Roderick to inbound for the Seahawks. She gets it into Scorpio, and she throws it out of bounds, and it goes over to the Hawks.
Scorpio took a tumble there. Thought there was going to be a foul call. There wasn't. And the Hawks will take over. 16.5 remaining. No timeouts for the Hawks.
And a quick foul by Scorpio will send Mancinini to the line. Mancinelli, I'm sorry about that.
Hawks 11 of 23 from the stripe tonight. Trying to make this a 6-point game. 15.6 remaining.
And Mancinelli, the best outside shooter tonight for the Hawks, hitting 3 3-pointers. As she hits her first free throw and makes it a 2-possession game with 15 seconds left.
12 points so far for Mancinelli. She's a sophomore from Peabody, Mass. Her second free throw is in and out. It goes right to Beelan, and she'll call a timeout right away. And the Seahawks will talk it over, down 55-50. Seahawks. This is the first quarter. The Seahawks have outscored the Hawks, outscoring them 20-15.
It took a while for the Seahawks to kind of find their rhythm offensively, but Michaela Roderick did a good job stepping up in this quarter and doing little things that wouldn't necessarily show up, but giving the Seahawks that energy that they needed.
Seahawks outscoring the Hawks 30-26 in this second half. As Roderick will inbound it from the same place she turned the ball over just no more than a second ago of game time. Seahawks trying to avoid going 2 and 6. Roger Williams trying to go 3 and 5. Both teams sit at 2 and 5 this season. Here's Beelan driving to the basket. Her
Beelan
shot
puts it up and it's no good.
And Driscoll is fouled with 8.0 seconds to go. And Brett, 2 free throws here will just about ice this game.
Yes, but they need to hit at least one of them, because that'll make it a 6-point game, and they'll have to hit 2 threes at least. For the Seahawks will, in order to get within any chance. But in 8 seconds, and the way they've shot the ball tonight, probably not much likelihood that that will occur.
As Driscoll's first free throw is in and out. You said it, Brett. 1 of 10 from the 3-point line tonight are the Seahawks. They trail by 5, however, with 8 seconds to go in this one. A big free throw here for Driscoll. And her free throw is good. No timeouts for the Seahawks. They'll look to push the ball up. Here's Beelan. Beelan going to the basket. Her shot is up. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Opaka, and that will do it. The Seahawks will fall to 2 and 6 on the season, 0 and 2 in conference play. And Roger Williams will get their first CCC win of the season. They will improve to 3 and 5. The Seahawks are now 0 and 7 in their last 7 games against the Hawks. They're in-state rivals at Roger Williams in Bristol, Rhode Island. And Brett, before we take our short break, as we watch the men warm up, what are some takeaways from this first game tonight?
Well, they outshot the Hawks by 15, 65 shots overall compared to the Hawks' 50. They just didn't shoot the ball well enough. They also out-rebounded the Hawks. So they did a lot of the things that they had to do to get the win. They got rebounds, prevented second chance points for a decent amount of the game. They even had more second chances, collecting 7 more offensive rebounds than the Hawks. They just weren't able to convert on the chances that they got.
Nice night for Kerry Beelan, 19 points, 7 rebounds on 9 of 17 shooting. And Kara Burke, 10 points and 9 rebounds. Seahawks fall to 2 and 6. We'll step aside for a little bit and give you the call for the men's portion of Roger Williams and Salve Regina. For Brett Wilkes, I'm Sal Gualtieri. We'll talk to you soon.